Recently, BCIT's rock wall was at the risk of shutting down.
It's due to a lack of funding, lack of interest, but I've been working with the heads of the rec department to try and coordinate improving it, getting more knowledge out there, and increasing the clientele and fan base.
Over the past year, the rock wall was being closed more frequently. Hours were being cut down, which meant less practicing time for climbers.
As you can see, it's a very physically strenuous activity, and like any sort of muscle endurance activity, you need to be doing it 3 or 4 times a week. Once a week, which they tried to shut it down to, isn't going to cut it.
There are many challenges of keeping and maintaining the rock wall.
It's a very neat, unique area, but it's a very niche piece. It was a very high service area in terms of having to staff it. Before Christmas, we had it open 4 days a week for about 4.5, 5 hours a day, with 2 and sometimes 3 people in there that were staff.
Other climbers joined the fight to keep the rock wall open.
I mean, when we heard rumors that it was closing, Carl and I went and talked to someone about it. This is like pretty a social place to come, and you talk with people when you get tired, and then you climb for a bit, and you help people do. It's really fun.
What we're looking at in the future is trying to extend it into community use as well, to see if there isn't more climbers throughout the Lower Mainland that would be interested in coming in and do it. It doesn't have to be just for student only, because we really have to increase the revenue in there. It was costing us about $16,000 a year for staffing costs, and the total revenue we were getting was anywhere between $5,000 and $6,000. So we were subsidizing at about $10,000 a year. On top of that, we have to provide the climbing shoes. We have 30 pairs of climbing shoes. They cost anywhere between $90 and $160 a piece. So when you have 30 people paying $25 a year, the math doesn't add up.
For now, the rock wall will stay open with hopes it will attract climbers from the community. Michelle Seo in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine.